Hi, Deborah. Just getting my files together here. Uh, just getting my files together here. Ah, okay. Hey, Rita. Now, you're the same lady that I follow on Instagram and on my other channel on YouTube, Anna Aries, with the three girls and the one. What's that little boy's name? Corey? Is that you? Hey, Claudia, thank you. I enjoy doing them. Hey, Monica. Okay, because her last name was Richardson. I believe it was Rita Richardson. Hey, Patricia. Yeah, I'm gonna do a read. I looked up on the because I don't I and no, I didn't know anything about it. But they did arrest the guy. Okay, so we're gonna start off with, oh, and by the way, Patricia, when you guys send me these names, make sure that you have the correct spelling. Okay, because I am going by what you say, what you gave me, and I have come across a lot of misspellings. Now, usually AI will catch it, but sometimes they don't. No, not Twitter. Not Twitter. Not me on, no, not on Twitter, on Instagram. Instagram and here on YouTube. I don't know. Hey, okay, I just asked. Just curious. It would be a pleasure. Okay, like, oh, Rita, look, check out, girl. Okay, so let me get into make sure I neutralize the air or whatever they do. Whatever this does, let's make sure it does what it does, okay? I don't know what it does. Okay, so but it works for me. So, but this little boy, he's only 15 years old, okay? And the guy that killed him is like 50 something years old and beat that little boy to death. Girl, and the people in the neighborhood heard him getting beat and telling the man to leave him alone and stuff like that. Oh my God. So anyway, they said, I don't know how much of the story is true, but apparently Jadarius was had a friend that was 16. Now, they didn't say if the friend was a boy or a girl, but here's the catch. He had a 16-year-old friend, and I guess he was speaking up for the friend or helped to speak up for the friend because apparently this gentleman, this older gentleman, was sexually, I don't know, assaulting. There was sexual contact with the 50-year-old and the 16-year-old. Okay? And yeah, so, and they got the guy, and apparently, so they were looking. His mother was looking for the little boy. Okay, he's missing. Oh, I got to put a pin right here. Okay, he's missing, and they're looking for him. Come, I think he threw him in the landfill, in the trash, in the landfill trash. So they went out there and found the little boy, and positively identified him. Yeah. Like, what? Yes. So there's something going on. And I said, well, this is, even though it's pretty much solved, it's still worth looking into on the energy that was going on with this individual with this circumstance. Okay. Hey, San. Oh no, not Instagram either. Okay. Okay, so that's the deets that I have on this situation, and I'm going to throw some cards and see what the energy is around for this whole situation. Let's just see what the cards say, okay, about Jadarius. And this was in Philadelphia. Was this in Philadelphia? I believe this was in Philadelphia. Or was it Pennsylvania? I know it's the state, but I think it was in Philadelphia. And they discovered the boy's remains a few days ago. Tell us about, matter of fact, let me look up the gentleman. This is Facebook. 2 months after disappearing, they finally found this boy. 2 months? Oh my God. Okay. There's the boy, and there's the culprit right there. This gentleman right here. Okay. Oh. Did I spell it wrong? Yeah. So oh, this is Baton Rouge. What is Baton Rouge? Isn't that Louisiana? Okay. So yeah, this man beat him to death. Okay, it was a girl. They said over treatment of a girl and threw his body in trash can. And they may have come and picked up the trash and dumped it. That's why they had to go to the landfill. Okay. Um, 51 years old. His name is Maurice Parms. 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 He's being charged with having an inappropriate relationship with the 16-year-old girl. And he's facing charges of second-degree rape, trafficking of children for sexual purposes, well, yeah, and indecent behavior with juveniles. Okay? So what I'm saying, you got to keep an eye on your children. Okay. Uh, so the people saw the man beating the child. They didn't know who the people were, but they saw him. They obtained video footage and showed the man dragging the little boy, dragging a trash can, dragging a trash can to the side of the road and then riding a child's bicycle away from the area. Okay. And okay, so this man was at this little girl's house. That's where he met Jadarius, at the little girl's house. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you something. I watched oh sheesh, I forgot his name just that quick. Oh Lord. Okay, when it comes to me. But he did a reading today on John Bonet. John Bonet Ramsey, the little 6-year-old girl who came up dead in her own house and don't nobody know what happened. See, this is what I'm telling you about organized crime. And this was over 30 years ago, people. Okay. I remember standing there when it came on the news, and they said on the news that the little girl was found murdered or dead in her home, and her dad was the one who found her. As soon as they said that, it crossed my mind. Okay, yeah, because he's the one that did it. Okay, so I was watching the reading 30 years later. We're doing a reading. He's doing a reading and a psychic channeling of John Benet Ramsey, and it fits. It fits. You got to go see the video. It fits. Okay, on how these children, okay, I mean, these people are slick and cunning on how they're getting access to these children, and how the parents are pimping these children out. Let's just say, call it for what it is. Okay, if it walks like a duck and talks, okay, it's a duck. Quack quack. Okay, these parents. That's why you're not getting any answers, and the parents ain't talking because they don't want you to know that they pimping out their own kids. Just another revelation I had. Okay, and when he said what he said, okay, I'm gonna get the name. It was on the tip of my tongue, and then it left. Okay. Oh, matter of fact, let me look right here. Uh, in my library. Uh, oh, here we go. Lamar Townsend. You guys probably already watch him. If you don't, go watch the video he did on John Benet Ramsey. Lamar Townsend. Okay, yes. He's got over 80,000 subscribers. Wow. And he's got over 3,000 videos. Whoa. He's been on here for years. Okay. But let me see this. You guys familiar with him? Yeah. The parents are pimping these kids out. And I'm already suspicious of that with Lily and Jack Sullivan. Okay. Um, um, and some more of these children that are missing. Nobody knows where they could find them, and the clue is so obvious. It's just the point of there's one is okay. You got to prove it, and I think that's where the difficulty lies in them proving it. The police pretty much know. See what I'm saying? Not to mention they have organized crime. Okay, protected, and I'm telling you, they pimping these kids out. The very parents. Hey, Scott. Wow. Hey, Angel Heart. Hey, Mary Crystal. Hey, Dottie. Hey, Sin. They've been doing it. They've been doing it. They have been doing it. Okay. This case is over 30 years old, people. Okay. And even okay. Now, I don't think just look at Lamar Townsend, okay? I don't feel like some of these parents have directly, killed their kids, but pimping them out, and they don't know these people from a can of paint. All they want is the money. For whatever reason or the status, they are pimping these kids out. You hear this going on in the music industry, okay? Well, honey, it's beyond the music industry, and even in the industry, the parents were aware. Okay, they was talking about that with R. Kelly, about how he was paying the parents money. Okay, they were talking about that in that David case with Celeste Rivas. Okay, the little young girl that was found cut up in the whatever car that was. Okay, see what I'm saying? And you see the parents, you don't hear a peep out of them. Parents think real quiet. Mm-hmm. Real quiet. Yeah. And it wasn't that they approved of it. They may not have approved of it, but they saying he was giving them money, okay? And he may have been giving them money not to press charges on him. Y'all better wake the F up, okay? But anyway, in this incident, okay, now this comes up because we're talking about this case. But can you, let me see. With DerriusMinnieweather, okay, DerriusMinnieweather, we're gonna go into him and see what it says. A short read here, okay, but still, nevertheless, okay, you gotta wake the F up, okay. These people are pimping the kids out. What can you tell us the energy on DerriusMinnieweather? Okay, DerriusMinnieweather. What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Okay. Okay, you guys, get it mixed up. At the bottom of the reading is the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay? The Ace of Cups in reverse talks about delays, creative blocks, miscommunication. Okay? And to me, it is pissed off to me, okay, when it's in reverse, cups. And we have strength in reverse. Okay? He was just a little boy. He didn't have enough strength against a grown adult. It's just no way. Okay? And we have the Two of Swords in reverse. In reverse, okay? Stress, confusion, and imbalance. And the Eight of Swords in reverse. So I feel some kind of restriction as restriction in movement. Okay. And then we have death. Okay. And this death talks about a beginning, an ending, and a beginning. That's interesting. Okay. Of greed, manipulation, and missed opportunities. And the Ten of Swords, betrayal. Okay. So let me keep going. The King of Cups is in reverse. This is a grown man who is insecure. Yeah. and frustrated. And the Page of Pentacles. He was frustrated with the little 15-year-old boy. And the King of Swords in reverse. Ooh. There may have been, this is somebody who's judgmental and arrogant. There may have been more than one adult. I'm getting two kings here, okay? And the Star. The Star and the Devil. So this little girl was the focus, okay? She was the focus. And she may be the one, and the Three of Wands, a plan. Yeah, it was a plan. This is a setup. Okay. They were pimping her out, not to mention they probably were sexually abusing her themselves. Okay. She's 16 years old, so she can tell them who, what, and when and where. Okay. And we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, which talks about female energy coming in with jealousy, manipulation, and dishonest. Now, this could be her mother, because it's going over the Ten of Swords, betrayal. Shut up. Now, I just said I wasn't thinking, okay, along those lines, but, okay, here we go with the parents, okay, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. There's regret. And they're only regret because they got caught. Okay, and the Page of Cups in reverse. This boy was emotionally immature. Okay, he wasn't thinking, or he wasn't thinking, and why should he? He may not have been thinking that these men were capable, or this man would be capable of doing something like this to him, beating him to death. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, he may not have realized that there was more. That little girl probably told him what was going on, and he probably didn't realize. She probably just told him some of it. And the Devil, there we go. We got Death and the Devil. And I think this other gentleman is still running around free. And the Moon in reverse is coming out. Yeah, it's coming out. But release. It cost the boy his life to save that little girl. It cost the little boy his life to save that little girl, whoever she is. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. There's going to be bad luck for these people. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune is coming their way. Karma is a BHITCH. Did I even spell that right? Okay. And the Queen of Pentacles. We got some more female energy coming in. This chick, she has money. She's got comfort. I don't know what becomes of her, but there is another female energy here. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Oh boy. And the Seven of Wands. Okay. On the defense. And the Magician. The Magician and the Devil. Ooh wee! It's all kind of juju flowing around here. And the Emperor in reverse. Okay. Ooh wee! So we're looking at Organized crime. It's organized. You got these people, male, female, and the Nine of Pentacles getting money and Temperance in reverse. Okay. These people are on drugs, alcohol, and just freaking perverts. So I believe that there will be more arrests to come out of this. And this girl, this little 16-year-old girl, they probably have taken her and put her into protective custody, so to speak. Okay? Because they got to get her. Yeah. What is it that they wanted Nolan to sing of? We're not doing no. We're not on Nolan. This is not Nolan. This is Darius. He's dead. He's a little 15-year-old boy who was killed by this gentleman who apparently was trafficking the 16-year-old, his 16-year-old friend. Okay? We'll say his 16-year-old schoolmate. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be more to come out of this. And there's quite a few people, male, female, that are involved with this. You guys better pay attention, okay? It's going on. It's going on as we speak, okay? It's just catching the people, okay? Catching the people. And it's a lot harder to catch people these days because everything is so organized, okay? And you got the main culprits, the parents, pimping out their own children and then get caught and protect the perpetrator. I kid you not, okay? Now we're going on to Amy. Amy Hilliard. She still hasn't been found. She's still missing, hasn't been found. She's been missing since March 25th of this year. Okay. I did a little channeling, okay? My channeling sessions don't go that long because I get interrupted by a cat. And I forget to put the cat in somewhere. And here she comes, and I don't hear nothing, and all I hear is, I'm like, oh boy. Okay, so session's over. Anyway, what I did get, I finally got an appearance. And then I'm kind of second guessing, so I'm gonna have to go back in on my channeling. I'm kind of second guessing because she has a similar appearance to Diane Aquarius. Now I wasn't channeling Diane Aquarius, but when I thought, okay, it surprised me that she showed her face. She showed her face. Bonnie showed her face, and then it was like a, I got different pictures. One, she came in, and then she went away, and then another one, she was like, okay, but she was there, and I'm like, oh, you finally made an appearance. So maybe she's been deceased all this time, and I don't know what people do on the other side. I don't know anything like that. But from what I'm experiencing going down this particular aisle is that everybody's different. They're different on earth, and they're on this side, and they have their own personality on the other side. Okay. So okay. Oh, sheesh, I got left my paper. There was two things I got. Oh, okay. What I got was a dog. Now I've never gotten a dog. She was with a dog. There was a dog with her. I'm seeing her. She's standing there and there's a dog. And I'm like, that's the first time I ever, how people say, oh, somebody's standing with this person. That's the first time ever I got that. Okay. And there was a dog with her. Nice looking dog. So I don't know if there was a dog in her past that passed away. I don't know, but that was the vision. Okay. There it is there. So I kind of think, I could be wrong, that she is deceased. Okay? She's out here in the Bay Area. Okay? They have two coffee shops. They closed one down. They have different businesses, okay, in the Bay Area. She lives actually or she used to live in Oakland. Okay? She's got two college-age daughters. And the husband, I believe, is running the shop in San Francisco. And I think she was running the shop in, I don't know if it was Emeryville or what, out there in Oakland. Okay. Oh, Pookie! Oh, my baby! Get it up, girl! You okay? She had to throw up. Cats throw up a lot. Okay. Oh my goodness. You okay, Poo Poo? Mama gonna clean it up, okay? Mama gonna clean it up. Of course, she takes off. Amy, this lady, okay, we're on another subject. Amy Hilliard. We did Jabari. We just did one read on Jabari for right now, okay? And there's more to come with Jabari. There's some kind of sex ring going on there. Sex trafficking. Not the girl with the boy, no. This lady is 52 years old, and she's got two grown daughters. And her husband's name is Chris Hilliard, okay? And she's been missing since March of this year, the end of March. Husband don't know. Okay, right. Right. That's right. So let me get some clarity. Ooh, there we go. We'll get some clarity going in here. And we are going to do a read on Amy, into her energy, because before she wasn't really coming up as in alive or dead in the cards. If you're not coming up dead, I assume you're alive, okay? And yeah, but there is something going on. The cards are telling us that there's something about the relationship and money. Even though the husband says he don't know what happened to her, okay, they using she was depressed and okay, giving you the lead way to think that she's suicidal. I don't know. Okay, maybe she is. Let's look at the cards. Oh, wait. Let me take me a swig. It's almost gone. Well, I might as well drink the rest. Wasn't that cold? Okay, so, and then we're going to do Nancy next. I left Nancy for last because she has more of a discussion with Nancy, and the sessions tend to last longer. Okay, if I do her first, we probably would never get to the rest of the people on the docket. In my opinion, he does too. But like I said, you got to prove this stuff. And this organized crimes, these people are running around in a different circle. Okay. And that particular circle happens to end up being cultivated. Okay. And organized. Okay. There. See. And the obvious clues, what's obvious to us, they are trying to act like they are totally oblivious. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They hear what you're saying. They know what you're talking about. Okay? They know you're telling the truth, but they're not going to acknowledge it. They're going to go all the way somewhere else and make it seem like, right, Nancy, right, exactly. See what I'm saying? And what's his name? Nolan. Okay. So, yeah. I had another revelation come to me, but I forgot. It'll come back. Okay. So, give us the energy, the current energy on Amy Hilliard. Okay? Amy Hilliard. Give us the current energy on it. Let me look. Okay. Okay, because I didn't even look. Usually I like to look and make sure that if there's any new information that comes up. Um, oh, and by the way, okay, this is her. That's Amy. Okay, and that's why I was telling you she has similar characteristics to Diane Aquarius. Okay. Um, okay. They have a GoFundMe that has raised, they said, almost $60,000. They also have a $25,000 reward, okay, which no one has claimed. Catch that tea. Oh, honey, okay. All this money out there, and all somebody got to do is talk, and ain't nobody claiming it. Mm-hmm. Here we go. See, now that we starting to see the MO. Now they're saying she disappeared after being dropped off at a train station. Okay. Now the husband said she called him to let him know that she had made it home from the therapist. And when he got off work, okay, and came home, she was gone. So I think they looking at this. Okay, so I don't see anything wrong. Don't come in here with that, girl. You done already threw up on my floor. I gotta clean that up. Nah, don't be trying to be nice. Go on and lay down. Go on. Go on. Bye. Okay, now she don't know. I'm trying to close the door. She looking on the other side like is somebody behind there. No, I'm trying to close it on you. Okay, so what can you tell us the current energy, and it's out there, on Amy Hilliard? I think Amy Hilliard may want to come out of her shell and speak. Okay, because these people, it's like if they're shy on this side, they, might be shy and traumatized on the other side too. Somebody, I guess people, everybody's different. Some take longer than others to heal over there. And, okay, I wonder, not everybody shows up. Anyway, let me shut up. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Amy Hilliard, current energy. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse talks about stagnation. Okay. And that might be in regarding to her case. It is also in regards to selfishness. Now, this card comes up, selfishness comes up quite a bit too. But on whose part, I don't know. It could be both of them. There's a burden. Somebody's stressed out. Somebody is worried. Okay, the family. And we have Three of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Okay. There's three people that are not team players. And the three people that I'm thinking of is like her, Amy, and her two daughters. And we have the Knight of Cups. There is a younger energy, male energy, coming into play. And there is despair. Lovers. So there is male energy coming in. This is younger male as a lover who is disappointed, sad. And the Page of Wands. This could be her daughter who's stressed out. And Temperance in reverse. We have overindulgence, impatience, and separation. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. So there's dishonesty. and the world, the end. And the Hierophant in reverse. What cards can represent suicide in tarot? Okay. And the Three of Wands, a plan, and security. And the Star. And the Three of Cups. And the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And the Tower. And the Five of Swords in reverse. No, you're not getting it. Go lay down, girl. Go lay down. Lay down. Go on. Shoot. Okay. And we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So I get the impression that, okay, she took off the Chariot. She gone. She gone. And the Empress. And then we have the Four Swords in reverse. Okay. I'm going to use Lenormand. Okay. We're going to go in with some Lenormand. And get more clarity. Okay. Can you give us the energy, the current energy around Amy Hilliard, Oakland, California, 52 years old, who disappeared or was reported missing on March 25th of this year and hasn't been seen since? Can you give us the energy on what's going on? And thank you for your answers. Amy Hilliard. At the bottom of the deck is the whip, which represents strife, arguments, punishment, or repeated cycles. Mm. The ring. She was married. Oh, Now, no, she ain't at my door, okay? Holland. Oh, my God. I'm just a sucker. Now, what you want? Oh, now your feelings is hurt? Oh, okay, and she gonna waltz her little behind in here. Look. No, you're not getting it. Bye. Okay. And we have the letter. Okay. So there's been some type of communication. Something has been recorded in writing. And the ship. And she traveled. She took off. I keep getting that. She took off. I'm not sure, but that's what I get. And the man. Oh, did she leave with a man? And the clouds. Okay. This could be her husband who he's confused. Okay. Let's see. Let's keep going. And the stars. The stars. Clarity and intuition. And the book. Secrets. Ooh. Secrets and research. And the scent, okay? So somebody's been cut off. Okay. That's going on the ship. Somebody's been cut off. Something's been cut off and left. Okay. It could represent an urgent decision too. Just that's it. And the snake. Okay. And the snake, which represents lies and deceit, are going on the husband, the man, not the man. And they're looking at it's facing cut off. So whatever is going on, I am getting it is in the family. I'm not getting that somebody took her. I'm what I am getting. Everything is for your entertainment. There's absolutely no facts in this video. My interpretation, everything's alleged. And I am getting that the husband had did something to her and took her somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Travel. He's being deceitful. He's not being truthful. Okay. Let's see. And the garden. Okay. It's talking about public gatherings. Okay. Yeah. And the bouquet. This could represent Amy. Yeah, the woman. Okay. The mountain. So something is causing a block or a delay in regards to Amy. And the birds. Okay. So people are talking. And the stork. Okay. This talks about a transition. And this is the first signal that she may no longer be with us. And the fact I'm getting the garden, she might be buried. Mm-hmm. The house. This is family, friends, okay, property. Oh, maybe she in the garden. She might be in the backyard. And the bear, protection. Wherever she's at, he's protecting. She's being protected. Mm-hmm. And the sun. And there's a crossroads. This talks about choosing a road. This is options, okay? You have different options. You don't just have one. And you have your free will to choose. And the coffin, okay? Now, I have gotten this feeling before, and I'm going to say it again. I could be wrong, But I wouldn't be surprised if she is somewhere on one of their business properties. I wouldn't be surprised. She might be buried in the back of her own coffee shop or the coffee shop that he runs. Okay, see where I'm going with this? Or the backyard. Mm-hmm. Say. Let me turn on. I got more answers. Yeah, but the thing about it is, with these families are now caught up in the organization. Okay, so when things like this happen, even though it's in the family, okay, they run to whoever they have the connection with to help them cover it up. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Okay, conspiracy. But it's just so much going on with these organized crimes and the different little cliques. You can call them cults, okay, gangs, you can call them whatever you want to call them. But the different little cliques all over the place, okay? Mm-hmm. Hey, Nancy, Angel, Mary, Dottie, MB, Monica. Let me turn the air on. Uh-huh. So, and the reason why I do say that is because uh, it seems, I don't really hear anything about her case. Okay. I don't know if the police are doing anything or what. You know, they could be doing something because, you know, they have a habit of coming out of the sky blue and then telling you all the business. See what I'm saying? But I don't know. Okay. So let me ask one more question. And that is, what happened to Amy Hilliard? Tell us what happened to Amy. What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. What happened to Amy Hilliard that she has not been seen, she has not been found since she has been reported missing on March 25th, 2026? And thank you for your answers. Mm-hmm. There it is there. It talks about the letter, communications. There's information. It talks about tangible information that's in writing. Tell us more. The ring. And the ship. Okay, that's interesting. And the house. Oh my goodness. So the ring, agreements, contracts, marriage, and cyclic commitments. A committed partner traveled to a property. So we're going to say took her to a property somewhere, the writer. Maybe it was based off some news. It's telling me this is a start, a fast change. Something happened quickly. It started here, traveled, and it started here. And this is the key, the rain, the tree. This is something that's long term, and it could be somewhere that's at a distance. And the sun, which represents good health, clarity, and the fish. This talks about finances. And the fox. And the clouds. Confusion, doubt. And the lily. Oh, I was looking for a book. You know, like I have a book here for tarot. I was looking for one on the Norman. What happened to Amy in the mountains? So somebody, an older person that may be her husband, is creating the obstacle here. Is slowing down the progress. The stork. The stork. So this talks about movement in, improving one's circumstances, finances, and the cross, which is a burden. Mm. And the man. Whoa. There's your maturity. I told you, her husband. And the moon. Okay. So it's telling me that the husband has something to do with her disappearance, okay? If she dead or alive, I don't know, but it looks like a man, allegedly, could be her husband, had something to do, and he is the obstacle. Maybe she was having an affair, okay, and he found out. See? Mm-hmm. Okay. So with that said, we'll wait and we'll either revisit this energy for an update, see what happens. Okay. So now we are on to Nancy Guthrie. And did you see the financial video? There was some financial videos on Nancy Guthrie on her property and the loans that she took out. And what else? I think Patricia sent me that link to oh, I had Tasia Fortune's case. Did I see that? I don't watch him, Officer Tatum. I don't watch him. I may look at it to see what happens. But they're talking about the finances, okay? Like they said, follow the money, follow the money. And all of a sudden, you don't hear not one thing out of those two people, okay? So here's a situation with the finances that I kind of figured out. Well, this is my interpretation, okay? I haven't really heard any facts, so everything's alleged, my interpretation. But all those loans that were taken out, Nancy was taking out against the house, paying it off, getting another loan, paying it off, getting another loan. She's been doing this ever since they paid off the house. The house was paid off 10 years after it was bought, and it's been going back and forth steadily, like every 2 years. There's been loans paid and taken out, paid and taken out. Okay? And it's leading me to believe that there is no money, not in the house. Okay, it's owed out. This is how Nancy has been funding whatever she's been funding. Okay? Whether it be the daughter's house, giving the daughter loans and all this, okay, but she's been going back and forth with these loans, however that works, on the house, okay? Now, the only one that I see around her that can help her pay this off and get another loan is her daughter, Savannah. Annie does not even generate an income, at least not on paper. And Tommaso's salary, $50,000 is not going to hit it. Okay, so and I came across this theory a while back, okay, but now I'm brought back forth to it, okay. So that gives me understanding why I kept getting that somebody's feeling left out in the cold, somebody's feeling abandonment, okay, because the only one that ain't got no money and ain't got no career is Annie. Okay? Is Annie. Because I heard, okay, you can look it up for me, because there's information starting to come out that Cameron was working for an airlines. He's an airline pilot, okay? So he making some kind of money. Savannah, talk show host, game show host. Annie, okay? So the only one that's going to be left out in the cold is Annie. And the reason why I say that is because if Nancy is going to get any help, it would be from the other two children, not Annie. Matter of fact, Annie is the one who's gimme, 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 gimme. Okay. So if Savannah is the one bailing her mom out, helping her mom, pay off the bills and stuff like that, right? Then the money would go for the house, if any, would go to her to pay her back the money. Okay, you see what I'm saying? It ain't nothing going to Annie. And like she said, the lady raised the point too. Is as a matter of fact, was that Asian looking guy? What's his name? Monk. Well, why don't they move in with her? Okay, why didn't they move in with her? She's got a 5-bedroom house and a casita. Okay, why are you going to sit here and move in this $600,000 house up the street from your mom, who's 84 years old and needs assistance? And wasn't the house paid off? Didn't somebody say the house was paid off? Oh, she knew. She knew. She knew. Okay. She knew she wasn't getting nothing because she ain't got nothing. She ain't put nothing in the pot to get anything. She knew. She may not have been wanting to be around her, okay, but there comes a time where that just cannot be the case because of your age and your health. Okay, now I don't. The information stopped in 2023 or 2024. Okay, and has not been updated. Okay, so as far as we're concerned, there's still a $450,000 loan. Not to mention what other loans that there would be that was taken out on the house. I don't know. But they were in her business. They were the only ones around. They knew her business. They knew her business, and that probably was the problem. They knew who was putting in what. Right. And Mark was saying there's no way that somebody's going to give them a loan for that house to get that house on a $50,000 a year salary, because Annie wasn't even generating any money. And they were talking about that in her tax returns. She ain't even, I don't think she even filed a tax return this past time. They said the last time she filed a tax return, I think it, sheesh, how much was it? It was low. The income was low. And then the next year, she didn't even file that. Yeah, but everything's taken down, but it's starting to come back up. I don't know how these people find this information because I don't have access. I don't look up information like that. But there's people out there that have access to information like that and know how to look it up and stuff because they need that as part of their job. Okay? And like they say, follow the money. Okay? There is no money. They have no money. And from what I'm understanding, okay, they living in a $300,000 house, was over there about in the hood, which I don't know why it would be in the hood, $300,000. But I don't know. It depends on where you live. Right. They have contacts. Good night, Dog Magic. The thing about, okay, the going to Italy does have extradition laws, okay, but the circumstances somebody was saying that, of course, you can't put them to death, can't give them the death penalty, okay, and in Italy, the thing with Italy though, you have to have proof that they did something wrong. See what I'm saying? You can't just say, "Oh, we looking for them, and we promise we're going to convict them." You have to have proof that they did something wrong. Oh yeah, and aren't they still on the run? Let me turn this off. It's getting cold. Okay. I know somebody's probably gonna ease their way back in here. Okay. Oh yeah, let's put cards on that. The shooting of oh, let me see. The home invasion. Somebody asked, was it Annie and Tommaso? Ooh. Home invasion in Pima County, Arizona. And the guy was only 23 years old. Oh, he was about to graduate from the police academy. He was 1 week away from graduating. And they shot the wife too. Oh, they found the car. Wait. Okay. A gray 2007 to 2013 Acura, but they said which may be missing a fuel door was recovered by the authorities. Now, if it was recovered by the authorities, then you would know the year. So there's a manhunt, so to speak. And oh Lord, they in Pima County, honey. Isn't that Sheriff Barney Fife? Good luck with that. Now the wife was a corrections officer. They said, yeah, corrections or a probation officer. Let's look some cards on this because I'm suspect on this. Okay, a home invasion. What did they take? What did they take? I don't see nothing taken. Nothing was taken. Okay, so let's ask. Okay, let's ask about this. Right, he was about to be a police officer, and his wife uh, worked as a either a probation officer or a one of those police guards. Oh, fiance. Yeah, says fiance. Okay, Carlos Ramirez. Carlos Ramirez. Tell us about the shooting of Carlos Ramirez. What was that about? The shooting of Carlos Ramirez. Okay, what's that energy like? Carlos Ramirez. Let's get some. I better get this up before I end up stepping in it because I should have got this up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What's behind this? In Pima County, Arizona, by the way, Officer Carlos Ramirez was shot and killed. They said it was a home invasion. Can you tell us what the energy is? What's going on with this particular shooting? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Mm-hmm. Carlos Ramirez. The whip. This talks about strife, arguments, punishment, or repeated cycles, okay? Heated debates, competitiveness, or destructive habits. Mm, tell us more. The snake. Lies, deceit, and a hidden enemy. Oh, a hidden enemy. And the rain. Oh, agreements. There could have been some jealousy, maybe the around this relationship. Okay, Yep, and the mice. And it's eating away at somebody. And a child. Now, this can represent literally a child, or this represents something that just started, the beginning of something, something that is in its infancy, just starting. And the clouds. So, right now, the energy is confusion. Okay. This is probably somebody they didn't see coming, somebody who was hiding in plain sight. And this talks about older elders, older people. I don't know. They may have been in a long term relationship, okay? But somebody is not who they seem, and the crossroads, okay? So the options were chewing away at this person, okay? Biting their lip, nervous energy on what path they were going to take. Yep, the garden. So this talks about social life and public events. Okay. This could be somebody that I think this is somebody that she may work with in some capacity. Maybe. And the book, okay, secrets. The book talks about secrets, but it also has information. So there's some information that hasn't been revealed yet. They're going to find it in the bouquet. Yeah, this might be actually behind the wife, the anchor. Something's been brewing for a while here. Something's been brewing for a while. And of the cross, and it's a burden. Okay. Something weighing on somebody. And the sun is going to bring clarity and revelation. And the stork. Well, she's literally pregnant, okay? Well, okay, this talks about something urgent, something quick. So I don't know if she should be careful because she is pregnant and having this baby, and this might be uh, uh, something surrounding the wife. Yeah, and the tree talks about long term. The tree. So this may be something that has been brewing with this person for a while, and they decided to act on it. Let's keep going. Was it three masked men? So who showed up on the scene? Okay, so tell us about the perpetrator. They said there was two or three masked men. Okay, tell us, what did the perpetrators want? Why would they go in there and shoot the man? A home invasion? What did they want? The perpetrators. What were the perpetrators wanting? What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. What did they want? What did the perpetrators want? The ship. This talks about traveling. Okay, this is movement. Where's my true crime? Okay, we're gonna throw some true crime. So this right here talks about movement. We wanted to know, well, I wanted to know, what did the perpetrators want? What were they? Okay, the key. Okay, the solution. The snake. So this talks about lies, deceit, and a hidden enemy. The stork. Interesting. Oh, wait a minute. They didn't want the baby, did they? And the stars. That's interesting. And the coffin. And the coffin is going over the key, is telling me that they may have, they may have wanted him dead. The Sun. There's clarity. There's going to be, okay, so there's going to be clarity on the snake, on the lies, on the deceit. And the Bear. And the Fox. Workplace matters. Okay, the workplace matters. Cunning behavior. Mm, mm, mm. And the Tower. An institution. And the Moon. The Rider. So some information is going to come in quick. There'll be some quick developments on this. Or, yeah, and Dog. A friend. Ooh. So this is somebody they know. And the Anchor. And the Obstacles with the Mountain. And the Delays. This may be job related. And the Cross. And the Mice. So I'm speechless, okay? Because the job is coming up. A friend, somebody doing something slick. 3 people. Okay, we're going to bring out true crime. Can you give us clarity on Carlos Ramirez's death? Okay, he was shot and killed when some masked men broke into his house and shot him dead and shot his fiance. What's the energy with this incident in Pima County, Arizona? Carlos Ramirez. Pima County, Arizona, shot and killed. A home invasion is what they're calling it. Masked men, and they took off in a vehicle. So if they took off in the vehicle, that means they drove up. They were signaled out. They were targeted. Like Nancy, they were targeted. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Interesting. Interesting. Carlos Ramirez. Love. Alive. So this may have to do with the fiance. Life insurance. Party. And a meeting. A cleanup. Crime of passion. Hidden. Okay. Abuse, neglect. And a child. Oh, they might need to do a DNA test, honey. Oh, desert. Okay. They may have taken off to the desert because it's hot out there, and you know the Pima County Sheriff's Department, okay, they're not going to go no further. Say, it's too hot for them. Water. And a power supply. And the beach. There's water on the beach. A couple. Okay. I don't know what this has to do with an accident. Maybe they didn't mean to shoot him. But it is a homicide. A man-made disaster. A caregiver. Interesting. And family. Ooh, I don't know, y'all. I'm looking at abuse and neglect, caregiver, okay, and family. So we'll just stay tuned and we'll keep listening, okay, because there's more to come. Now, let's get on this Nancy Guthrie case because now I'm curious. I got a question. Okay. And what I want to know, I'm going to use the violet veil. Haven't used that in a minute, okay? I don't know. That's interesting, okay? Because they haven't even got married yet. I don't know if they had insurance. I don't know. I don't know. But they haven't been married yet. She gets nothing. Maybe, okay, he was whooping on her, and the daddy had somebody go over there and handle it, and end up killing him. Oh, hey, Stacy. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I really do. Okay. So, what I want to ask is Annie and Tommaso. But first, I'm going to go in on the energy of the investigation of Nancy Guthrie, or the energy around her disappearance. Okay. And then I want to know, where were Annie and Tommaso getting their money from? Where were they getting money from to pay for this house? Okay. That's a lot of money to be paying somebody's rent. So let me check it out. Can you give us the current energy on the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? The current energy on Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answer. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so we have a lack of teamwork. Tell us more. And we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Letting go of people, places, and things. And the Star in reverse. Okay. So even though they're not saying it, they're probably losing hope. The Two of Cups. A partnership. Balance. Oh, cooperation. And the Eight of Swords. There's cooperation because they're feeling stuck and scared. And the Five of Cups in reverse. Okay. Now, somebody may be feeling ready to let go, move on. Okay. They're scared. There's fear. Ooh, my eyes itching. Ooh. And the Page of Wands is in reverse. Yeah, disappointment, delays, all that. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, talking about anxiety and impatience. And the Three of Cups. So there's celebration in this partnership. The Sun, there's clarity and revelation. Uh-huh. And the King of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands. And the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, so somebody, I got male energy here, okay, who is tired of being depressed and all that and wants to clear the air and avoid conflict. And they're scared. Okay. Now I don't know what's going on in the background. Okay. But I think people are getting closer. The police, FBI, is to them. And the Three of Wands in reverse. We got delays, obstacles, doubt, and limitations. So this person wants to get clear, but they're going back and forth. Somebody's going back and forth. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Get to the door and then turn around. And the Fool. And the High Priestess. Secrets. They're afraid. They're afraid because they don't know what's coming for them, for themselves, which is all they're worried about. They don't know. They're afraid to get clarity or to add clarity, okay, because they're afraid of this new beginning. They're afraid. They're going back and forth. And the Ace of Pentacles. So there is either going to be a new offer, new information, something new. They may be making a secret offer quickly. Okay, something's coming forth quickly, or when it does come forth. Okay, because see, when I go by these cards here. Okay, and this up here is the most recent, and then it goes further and further away as I come down here. So eventually, whenever it happens, it's going to be quick. Whatever information comes through, it's going to be quick. Okay. Yeah, a decision. Some type of decision is going to cause stress and confusion as well. Ooh, tied to the devil. They can't let go. Can't let go. The energy. They can't let go. They scared. And the Two of Pentacles. They scared. They don't know what to do. Okay. They need money. They need money. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Actually, they don't need money. They think they need money. But really, they don't. They want money. Can you tell us, how are Annie and Tommaso, how have they been paying their bills? Let's say that. How have they been paying their bills? Especially the house note. Okay, the house note. How have they been paying? How have they been surviving? Annie and Tommaso. And they said, what, they just got that house last year? How are they surviving? I just, okay. When did they get that house? Does anybody know when they got that house? Annie and Tommaso. They got that house. What was that? They got that house last year, sometime last year. And now all of a sudden at the beginning of the year, the mom comes up missing. Oh, Suki now. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. How are they paying their bills? The Eight of Cups in reverse is regret. Regret. Not only is it regret, but it's avoidance. Okay. Well, that's what we were talking about with these organized crimes. Okay, there's these crimes that's come out, and they're so simple. They look so simple. Doesn't look rocket science, but yet they haven't solved it because of the organized crime that these people are connected to. Now, the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. How are they paying? Partnerships. Balance. Let's see. Ten of Cups in reverse. Ooh. Talks about delays and disharmony. And the load, the stress. They're worried. The Devil in reverse, recovery. And the Knight of Wands in reverse. Recklessness. And the Chariot in reverse. And the Five of Pentacles. There's confusion, feeling left out in the cold. They don't know what direction. And we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Obstacles, not being able to move forward. The Queen of Wands is in recovery. She's in recovery. That could be a reason why you don't see her. And the Empress. The Empress, the mother. And the Knight of Cups in reverse. And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel masculine energy that is frustrated, okay? Because they're not working. Okay. And the Nine of Cups in reverse. Unfulfillment. And the Six of Cups talks about the past. And the Seven of Wands in reverse. Surrender, exhaustion. This right here is funny because the Empress. So there's no protection. The mama's not being protected, okay? The past. Now, I'm getting the feeling that Tommaso may be frustrated and defensive and feeling insecure because he's not working, okay? They are not able to move forward. They're stressed out, they're worried because whatever it is that they were wanting or wishing on has not been fulfilled, okay? There was happiness in the past. When they didn't have to, well, they weren't protecting the mama, okay? And the Seven of Cups, okay? When they were in La La Land, throwing up smoke and mirrors like they were doing something. and the Four of Swords in reverse. And Judgment. So they are being judged and they don't like it, but they are being judged in the death, okay? And yeah, they've been throwing up smoking meat. Queen of Cups, didn't I tell you, okay? Miss Needy. She goes along with the Queen of Wands, okay? And I think that they have been swindling. They've been getting money from the mother, who's been getting money from Savannah. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. No protection, lack of teamwork. Mm. And Temperance. And the Five of Cups in reverse. And the Five of Cups in reverse. Mm. So they're slowly accepting the death of the mother. We have a celebration on some type of recovery. Or, okay, it just could be simply or innocently on a friendship. And the Three of Wands in reverse. Obstacles, delays. They're no longer waiting. Let's look at some curiosity. I want to ask that same question. Where are they getting their money? Well, of course, they're not paying anything now because that's what type of people they are. I ain't paying nothing now, okay? You wasn't paying nothing before. Curiosity, clarity. Can you tell us where Annie and Tommaso were getting their income? Where was their income coming from? Okay. Now, Tommaso Right now, he is probably on unemployment. Okay? Probably on unemployment. And I'm pretty sure with all the organized crime they got going on there, I'm probably sure I wouldn't be surprised if it was not that hard to get approved for their unemployment. Okay? What do you want us to know about Annie and Tommaso's income? And thank you for your answers. Just curious what the cards are going to say about their income. And thank you for your answers, if anything. Ooh. Oh. Oh, there's a family feud going on, y'all. Sometimes blood is thicker than water, and sometimes it's just thicker with drama. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Oh. Unsent text. A message was typed with intention, then deleted out of fear. Okay. Okay, so they trying to get a clean slate. A full reset is now in play. Past decisions, outdated dynamics, and former versions of self are no longer calling the shots. Now that's interesting. And making peace. Somebody's ready to make peace. Somebody's ready to make amends. Okay. I wonder who that would be. Plot twist. Oh! There's a plot twist, you guys, coming up. Okay? There's new info just dropped, and it's juicy. Suddenly, the dots connect, and the real story is showing up. Yeah? It's the finances. And fighting. Communication has collapsed. It's no longer about finding solutions. It's about winning at all costs. Gloves are off, you guys. And the audacity, okay? Boundaries were crossed, and the worst part, they acted like it was their right. Oh. Boundaries were crossed, and they acted like it was their right to do so. Misunderstood. Of course, the real version never made it. So what really happened didn't make it past the rumors. Now they're stuck, defending what they never said. We don't want to hear what you said. We want to know what you did. Catch that tea. Backstab. Trust was offered and loyalty was assumed, but beneath the surface, betrayal has been brewing. Okay? All this time, I've been helping you and your husband, okay? And you've been stealing mama's money and asking me for money at the same time. But I ain't want to talk, and you didn't hear it from me. And we got a court date coming up. Well, that's interesting. Oh, that's that, what's his name? Derek Kallela. Did he go to court? Let's look him up. Did he go to court already? Or is that next month? Ooh, soak it now. You know, it is our job as YouTubers to stay on their asses. Ow! I think it's next month. I think it's next month. Yeah. Now, he pleaded guilty to harassment using a telecommunication device. Okay. So he didn't get charged with writing a ransom note. Okay. I told you. Because he didn't ask them for any money. However, what's going on here is they planned. They dropped the charges. Excuse me. They reduced the charges. Okay. They made it look like, well, we're going to do this for you when they couldn't do it in the first place because he didn't. Like I said, well, they're talking about ransom, and I'm like, well, he didn't ask them for any money. You read in the letter, okay, he's asking them about a Bitcoin, but he's not asking them for ransom. He's not asking them for money. So, but they're going to make it look like he did something and act like they're going to offer you a reduced charges to plead guilty. Now he may be out of rehab, you guys, okay, but he's still got to do that ankle monitor and he's got to stay inside until his court date and the judge reviews whatever it is. Bitcoin is money or not? Actually, it's not money, okay? It's imaginary. It is internet money, okay? So they took nothing and they made it into something, okay? That's what they did. So they have a Bitcoin, which is nothing, and they're telling you that it's worth something, and people buy it. Okay? So the Bitcoin translate into a certain amount of money, but the Bitcoin in and of itself is nothing. Okay? That's not even a token out the slot machine. Well, you could take your real money and pay somebody online who does Bitcoin, and they're going to offer you some imaginary money, and you can use it. I don't know how you use it because they ain't getting my money. But that's what it is. Okay, pretty much. Nobody really knows what it is because it isn't. So I've come to the conclusion it is imaginary money that they have come up with to create money. Okay? And people are actually buying into it. Mm-hmm. So they want you to buy this Bitcoin, which is imaginary, okay? But they're going to tell you it's worth whatever, or they're going to tell you it costs so much amount of money in US dollars, and you paid them $50 for maybe $100. I mean, excuse me, 100 worth of imaginary coins. So they get their $50. So now you got $50 worth of imaginary coins. Okay. So you just gave somebody your money for nothing. Okay. Nah. Mm-mm. If I can't see it, I can't believe it. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. I want to say something else, but that was nicer. Okay. But basically, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. And so they have turned it into a profitable business because you're putting your money in there and they're giving you the theory that you're getting more bang for your buck. And I don't know what you could buy. It ain't like you could buy a pair of jeans from J.C. Penney's. They want money. They want no Bitcoin. Uh-oh. Now, 4th of July is over with, but it's always got somebody that has an extra leftover um, firework. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so there's fighting. There's a court date. That's where we stopped at, the court date. Okay, and there's a gold digger. Oh, since y'all mentioned Bitcoin, it's funny that you mentioned Bitcoin because this connection comes with the price tag. It's calculated, strategic, and dripping in dollar signs. There go your Bitcoin. Okay, right there. And there's some good karma coming. Okay, something done in good faith is coming back multiplied. Energy never disappears, it circulates. And that's like the Bitcoin too, okay? You're getting more bang for your buck. And then we got villain vibes. There's never the villain in their own, they're never the villain in their own story, but the trail of chaos says otherwise. Okay. And then one more card, inner turmoil. Oh, inner turmoil. They may be smiling on the outside, but they're spiraling on the inside, pretending everything's fine has become its own crisis. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. That is deep. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask. Okay. Let me see. Now, apparently, there was a body found. There was a body found out there in Pima County, Arizona. They're saying it's not Nancy. Okay. I was watching. Oh, sheesh. I watch so many channels. I was watching the lady, okay, I forgot the name, but she said that it is Nancy. She did some cards and she says it's Nancy. Now, why they would, if it is Nancy, why they would be withholding the information, I don't know. But I said, let's draw some cards. Okay. Um, right. So close and yet so far. 11 miles. Okay. But see, this case, Miss Nancy seems to be kicking up all kind of bodies in the search for her. Was it Mara? Okay, it might have been Mara. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to figure out what cards should I use. Okay, we're gonna go with the cards we've been using. Okay, and that is the Violet Veil. Okay, four cards. Four cards. Human remains were found in Pima County, Arizona. Do those remains belong to Nancy Guthrie? Four cards, four cards. Do the remains found in Pima County, Arizona belong to Nancy Guthrie? Four cards. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Four cards, four cards. Are those Nancy Guthrie's remains? Because if Nancy is buried, okay, and this monsoon storms have kicked up the soil, somebody's trying to get away with something and they're going to get caught. Something is being hidden and it's going to be found out. Four cards, four cards. Tell us more. Four cards. Do the remains found in Pima County belong to Nancy Guthrie? Now, if I were going to do a yes or no on this card, this type of card, okay, the Seven of Swords is a no, regardless of how you look at it. Okay, turn it upside down, turn it sideways. Okay, leave it straight up. It's a no. Okay, so that's interesting. I would take that as a no, as if I had to do yes or no. But helplessness and denial. Okay. And the Four of Swords in reverse. The Four of Swords is another card, okay, that it's whether it's up or down, sideways, it's a no. And then we have the Ace of Cups. That's a big fat yes card, okay? It represents a something new. Something new, okay? And we have the of Ten of Wands. Stress, worry, okay? That's another no card, okay? So with all these cards I see, I would say that this is a no, but there's something coming up. There's going to be some new information, some new communication that's coming. Other than that, the answer is no. It's not Nancy. Hey, Shamika. Okay. Hey, Gloria. Nancy, spiritual contact. Okay. Four cards. Four cards. Four cards. Will Nancy's remains, bones, be found? Four cards. Four cards. Will her bones be found? Nancy Guthrie. Will they be found? What can you tell us? Four cards, and thank you for your answers. Well, I take that as a no. There's a struggle, there's worry, there's concern. Four cards. Tell us more. Tell us more. The Queen of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse. Now, the Five of Cups in reverse talks about recovery. Okay? Interesting. And the Hermit. Oh, people are looking. People are looking. People are looking. This talks about feeling needy, hypersensitive, and insecure. Okay. I take it as a no, though, because check it out. See that? Can y'all see it? Oh, there we go. Okay. See that cup she's holding? Like an urn? Could be ashes. Okay. Well, when it's upside down, what happens? The ashes fall out. And we have the King of Cups in reverse as well. He's holding a cup. When it's upside down, it falls out. I could be wrong, but it's telling me no. That is the current energy, though. Okay. See, you got to, sometimes, a lot of times, most of the time, we forget that this is current energy. And right now, no. Okay. So I'm getting, but they're searching. There are people looking. Okay. That might be why that the bones that were found out there were found in the first place, because people are looking. Now they may find someone else, but they're looking. So we'll give it a few more days, weeks, whatever, and we'll do another reading and see what the energy is looking like then. Mm-hmm. So with that said, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There's more, but most of all, stay blessed. Bye.